Hi guys, it's been so long since I actually did a video, but today I'm finally doing one that I'm really excited to talk about. My pilgrimage to Lourdes in France. So my name is Joanne and welcome to my channel. So 2 weeks ago, I was on a trip or a pilgrimage to Lourdes in the south of France to visit a Marian apparation site. So what is a Marian apparation site? A Marian apparation site is a site where the Blessed Virgin Mary, or the Mother of Jesus, has appeared to ordinary people, and usually she appears with a message to give for that particular area or for the entire world. So before an operation site becomes an approved operation site, it has to go through vigorous processes by the church to actually officiate it as an approved operation site. So currently there are 16 Vatican approved operation sites. So the Vatican approved ones include Our Lady of Fatima in Portugal. It includes the Lourdes, that's in France. It includes Kibeho. It includes Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal, and it goes all the way to 16. Our Lady of Guadalupe in Mexico. So these are the Vatican approved operation sites. A friend of mine was asking me, Joanne, are these operation sites only in America or in Europe? Well, it is true that a lot of the operation sites are found in Europe, a few others in America, but we do have an operation site in Africa, for example, which was in Rwanda, in Kibeho. And in this particular operation site, Mother Mary was very clear with the message. It was to ask for true prayer for individuals, and for us to really convert and to follow Jesus, and to pray for sinners. And there was also a warning about the genocide that was going to happen in Rwanda. So that's just the common theme among all of the operation sites, is just to keep pray for conversion of sinners, and for us to truly convert and to be true Christians. All this, a lot of people have questions and ask, why do Catholics, for example, have devotion to Mother Mary? Why do you love the Blessed Virgin Mary a lot? Catholics don't worship Mary. We worship God and we worship Jesus. Mary is a loving mother who guides us closer to Jesus. That's her main job, to just bring us and push us closer to Jesus. So back to this operation site that I was in 2 weeks ago. That is Lourdes in France. So Mother Mary appeared to this young girl called Saint Bernadette 18 times at the grotto in France, in the south of France, in Lourdes. So Bernadette was just a simple young girl who actually suffered a lot through her life and died at the young age of 35 years. Through the apparitions that she had of Mother Mary, in one of the visits, Mother Mary clearly said, penance, penance, penance. In a second visit, she said, I would like you to talk to your priest and request that church may be built here and that pilgrims may come here. She also requested for prayer for conversion of sinners. And the thing that really makes Lourdes very popular is that Mother Mary said, told Saint Bernadette that she would like pilgrims to go to Lourdes and bathe from the water, the spring of the water. Now, at this point, when she was telling her this, there was actually no spring at all. So Mother Mary pointed her to the exact where the spring was, and Saint Bernadette, this young girl, dug into the ground with her fingers, and a spring came out. So at first, when she was having these apparitions, a lot of people in her area, they didn't believe her, and they actually thought she was crazy and all this. But after the spring, people started to receive, people started to receive healings from this water of the spring, and they began slowly to believe, or to be skeptical, or to kind of, they slowly began to believe. So anyway, this spring of water is still there, and to this date there are so many people who have been healed in these waters, where Blessed Virgin Mary gave an instruction that people should go and drink this water and bathe in it. The water is available for free. While we were there, that was the only water that we were drinking, and we were able to carry some and to bring to others. Now, there are many people have been healed at Lourdes, and many still go and are not healed. Yeah, Saint Bernadette, for example, was really sick throughout her life, and also one of the messages that she had from the Blessed Virgin Mary was that she would not be promised happiness here on earth, but she would be promised happiness in the next world, which is eternal life. So while there are so many people who receive their physical healing, others still may not get the physical healing, but do get a lot of emotional healing, spiritual healing. Lourdes is such a powerful place for conversion, and a really powerful place for peace and inner healing. Personally, after leaving Lourdes, it really feels like a slice of heaven. It's such a peaceful place. You really don't want to leave the place once you're there. And even when you leave Lourdes, you experience a really deep peace, which you really can't explain. And now I truly can understand why Mary has, one of her titles is that she's the Queen of Peace. So it's quite an overwhelming experience, and it's such a powerful place that I would encourage anyone, if they would get a chance, to actually visit one of the apparition sites, and to also begin to have devotion for the Blessed Virgin Mary, because all her work is to do is just to lead us closer to God. So how does the actual physical place of Lourdes look like? So there was the church which was built, which is a really huge church. Actually, I don't think I've been to a place with a really huge basilica that has church, like different, chapels or basilicas underground and on the floor and on top. It's truly amazing. And then there's the grotto. So the grotto is the actual apparition site where Mother Mary or Blessed Virgin Mary appeared to Saint Bernadette. And in this grotto, people will often walk through the grotto. I hope that I'll be able to attach the photo so that you can see. So pilgrims walk through the grotto, and they touch maybe their rosaries or their items, and go through, and there's constant prayer along the grotto, where there's rosaries being done and masses being done in almost all languages. And then there are the baths, where before COVID, people would actually go and immerse in the baths, which Mother Mary requested that pilgrims go in. But now, because of COVID, there is actually no immersion, but you get to drink the water and wash your hands, and also wash your face. It's just one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Personally, I feel like I want to go to Lourdes every year. I don't know whether that's possible, but it was so amazing. Throughout the day, there is always a night candlelit procession where the rosary is said. There is also the Eucharistic procession, which happens every day at 3 p.m. There's masses going on throughout the day in different languages. There's adoration, and there's confession available. Another interesting thing is we happen to be there during the feast day of Assumption, which is one of the major feast days of Our Lady that we celebrate in the Catholic Church. And actually, I have never been to a mass which had hundreds of priests. Like, the priests were coming in to celebrate the mass, and the line was just going on and on and on. It was so beautiful, and there were thousands of people there to celebrate the mass. So again, I don't think I've ever attended a mass with that many people in my life. It was really beautiful. One thing that's really interesting about the feast days here in Europe is that some countries like France, Belgium, Poland, and a number of other countries actually have holidays on important feast days, and this gives the citizens of these countries, or the residents, the chance to be able to go to church. And so you find that if France has a holiday, a lot of the French people are going to go to the Marian apparation sites, and there's going to be also thousands of pilgrims. So it was so beautiful. I highly recommend, if somebody has a chance, to actually visit this Marian apparition site. Mother Mary is so amazing. Maybe in another video I'm going to talk about how I started from not really having much devotion to her to coming to a place where I really love her. She's doing a lot of God's work out here to really help us and to really guide us in the right way. I hope that we are going to listen, and that people will actually go to these Marian apparition sites and experience true peace and joy which comes from God. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.